Hello there. My name is Dawson. I'm currently 30 years old, and I wanted to make this video because I'm in a season of growth and change, and I just want to document it. I feel like I recently reached that point in adulthood where I realized that, adults don't just have it all figured out, but also that maturing and growing up is a continual process, right? I know you're legally an adult in the United States when you're 18, but you can't vote then. So maybe you're an adult when you're 21. I felt like I was an adult when I was 16 and I got my driver's license and I had that freedom. But now that I'm 30, I kind of feel like a kid again. Or maybe I feel like I've integrated my inner adult, my inner child or something like that. And I think I will continue to grow up. But I feel like my brain has definitely developed over the past 30 years and over the past 10 years. And maybe my prefrontal cortex is finally developed all the way or something. And I definitely noticed a change and a difference around the time when I turned 30. It felt like things have changed. Feels like I'm more of an adult now, or maybe I'm finally really an adult. And I can imagine, it wouldn't surprise me at all if I look back on this video in 10 years and I'm 40, I'll think, oh, that kid who was 30, he was a good kid, but he didn't know what he was talking about. That would not be surprising at all. And that would actually probably be a really good thing, because it would mean that I've continued to grow and learn over the 10 years to come. But yeah, something has definitely clicked recently where things just seem like they're falling into place. And I feel this sense of mental clarity, emotional clarity, even spiritual clarity, and this kind of peace about where I am. I've spent my whole life basically looking forward to the next thing, right? Being in school as a kid or as a teenager and looking forward to college, and then being in college and having fun there, but thinking about what's coming after college. And then now that I've been out of college for however many years, I've gone through several jobs. I've had some highs and lows in my career and work. Been through a pandemic like most of us have been. And now it's just like, this is it. This is life. This is the one life that I have. And, every moment counts, every day counts. And it's not about reaching some final destination in the end, but this moment is all we have. And that's never been more clear to me than it is right now. And one of the big shifts, one of the big changes, I'm gonna get back in the shade for the lighting. One of the big shifts that I've made over the past year has been taking care of my health and finally realizing that, okay, I can't get away with as much as I got away with in my 20s, in terms of not eating right, not sleeping right, not exercising, drinking too much, whatever. Now that I'm 30, I realize, okay, I need to take care of myself. And it's not like, clean your room, go to sleep, brush your teeth, like a kind of nagging parent. It's more like I am the parent of myself, of my inner child. And I get why I need to do all that now. And it's more firsthand and self-directed. So, it's interesting. One of the big changes specifically is that I have given up drugs and alcohol, at least for a season. But it's been a good, 3 months at least since I have had any alcohol at all. And that's been a really worthwhile thing to do. And for me, it was not that difficult to stop drinking alcohol. I know for many people, your experience may differ. Of course, everybody's different, but I learned that I am not an alcoholic, okay? But I definitely liked beer. And before that, I liked, stronger drinks. And, but I definitely liked beer, and I liked the taste of it, and I liked how it made me feel. I used it as a coping mechanism and as a way to relax in the evenings and just to kind of chill out and numb my mind a little bit, if I'm being honest. And, part of giving that up came with that interest in health and trying to feel better and be more efficient in my body. But eventually I was like, you know what? I don't want anything to interfere with who I am. And I don't want anything to get in the way of me feeling how I really feel. So that's kind of the shift that happened. And it wasn't some big thing. It wasn't something that took a lot of willpower, really. It was just like one day I just didn't drink that day, and then I probably ran out of beer. I probably just didn't have anything in my fridge. And I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to go to the store. So, I'm not going to have my nightly beer that I usually like to have with dinner. And then I just didn't drink the next day. And then I went to the store the next day and I just didn't buy any beer because I was like, why do I need that? Why do I need that? Why do I buy that? I don't want to. And that was about 3 months ago. And it's just been really surprising how much clarity that's brought me, And sometimes I think clarity is about removing something. Like, let's say you're taking a picture and the picture is blurry. Well, then you have to wipe off the lens, right? There's something in the lens. Or if you're looking at yourself in the mirror and you can't see yourself, you probably need to clean the mirror. And when you clean it, when you remove distractions, interference, whatever, then the picture is clear, right? Do I need to clean my lens here? I'll do it just symbolically. Yeah, you just clean the lens. You remove the distraction, and then things become clear. So it's pretty simple, and I think that's something that would be surprising to my 20-something self, just how simple it can be to change and to get clarity or insight. And sometimes it's really simple. But anyway, this isn't going to be like a sobriety channel necessarily. That's just part of my journey right now. And it's part of the reason why, I'm out here in nature and not chilling on a couch with a cold beer, right? Like, that's why I have the time and the energy and I guess the desire to even do something like record a video. So I felt like I was giving something up by deciding that I'm going to be sober for a while, but I don't think I gave anything up, really. I mean, I don't miss it. So, if that's you, if that resonates with you at all, if you're in your 20s or in your 30s or whatever, and you're just starting to feel like, I'm ready to grow up. I'm ready to take a little better care of myself. I'm ready to see things a little more clearly for myself. Then, I definitely encourage you to give it a try. Figure out what is your distraction, what is your dirt in the lens, what is your grime in the mirror, and clean it up. Yeah, that's the advice I would give to you. That's the advice I would give to my 20-something self. And one more thing I'll say about that is it'll probably shock your system a little bit. It'll probably feel like a change, you know, and change could be uncomfortable. And you might want to go back to it just to feel that comfort and that familiarity of that sensation and whatever benefit you were getting out of that or what you think you were getting out of that. But, you know, if you're looking to give something up, if you're looking to remove a distraction, it's probably for a really good reason. And there's also probably something that you're maybe running away from. If you're anything like me, you know, I was using alcohol, substances to feel normal, to relax, to escape a little bit, if I'm being honest. And, you know, when you're escaping, maybe you feel trapped, right? That's why you're escaping. Or if you're running away from something, maybe something is chasing you that you feel is scary. But yeah, but if you're running away from something and you've been running for a while, sometimes you just have to turn around and face it, you know, and it's usually not as scary as you think it is, right? And yeah, if you feel like you need to escape from something, maybe you're trapped, but maybe you just think you're trapped, right? And maybe you're actually not. And maybe you just need to look for the door and open it. So that's my encouragement. I have no clue what I'll do with this channel. I can't promise I will ever post again. I'm not going to promise that because I don't need to. But if I do, I hope to see you there. And subscribe, like, comment. Heck yeah. All right. Peace out, my friend on the internet.